In this video, we're going to talk about the advantages of Kycker and of TUNECORE, and we're going to kind of compare the two and decide which would be better for you as an artist. We already have an obvious bias towards Kycker. So, this video is sponsored by TUNECORE. In the description, you will find an affiliate link, and any purchases you make on TUNECORE using that link, you'll get 20% off. We also get a kickback from it, and that's a bias. So, the biases cancel each other out, so this is a fair comparison. So in this video, we're going to take it part by part, so it's like kind of section of the music industry by section of the music industry, and go through whether or not Kycker does it and how well, and whether or not TUNECORE does it and how well, and we're going to kind of come out of the video saying for one type of artist, TUNECORE is better, and for another type of artist, Kycker is better, because that is the case, and we just kind of want to express which one of those two you might be. So first we're going to talk about distribution. Now that is the act of getting your music onto streaming platforms and stores. Generally, unless you're from a territory that's in a little bit of a weird place, all of the available distribution companies in your country will distribute to all of the relevant stores in your country. So we're actually going to compare the amount of stores that these two companies distribute to, mainly because it doesn't really matter. If one company says, oh, we distribute to 800, and another company says, oh, we distribute to 300, generally those 300, or even just like those 50 main ones, will be covered by both, so the extra ones don't really matter. Like a really little niche store in the middle of Indonesia that not many people use isn't that necessary for your band to be on. If you want to be on it, fair enough, pick the one with the biggest number, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. So the way TUNECORE works is you pay. You pay a fee up front for sending out whatever it is that you're sending out, and then you pay annually. The prices are, so for an album, it's $29.99, and this is in dollars, and then it's $49.99 per year after that first payment. For a single, it's $9.99, again, in dollars, and then it's $9.99 per year. The big thing with this is that they pride themselves in you keep all of your rights. You keep all of your rights and you keep all of your royalties. So anything that you earn, you keep. So as much as you're paying something up front and paying something yearly, if you're earning more money than that, you are still earning a profit, and you earn more profit as you earn more money because you aren't given a split. So if you're earning $5,000, you're still only paying $50 a year to get your stuff up, whereas if you were paying a percentage, you would end up losing more of that 50 grand, which is where we come to Kycker. So with Kycker, you get free distribution. You can upload as many of whatever you want as you want. Singles, free. Albums, free. EPs, free. The thing is, Kycker takes a 20% cut of any income that comes in. So if you did earn $5,000, then 20% of that instantly goes to Kycker. Next is music publishing. Now, music publishing is a little bit complicated, and just to get it out there, publishing in all other industries means different to what it means in the music industry. Publishing for the books, for example, is the act of distributing the books to like stores and stuff. That is not what it is in music. It's called distribution, and publishing is a completely different thing. Publishing is essentially the act of collecting royalties for your music and registering your songs so that you can do so. So every time a song gets played, the songwriters on that song deserve royalties, and legally they get royalties. Those royalties don't come out of the money that you would receive through distribution. So if you get a sale of a single for 99p, you might receive 40p for the distribution. You are also entitled, if you are a songwriter on that track, to extra money, which is songwriters' royalties. They don't get paid through the same avenue that you will have got paid through distribution. And that is kind of the publishing income stream. So if you register for publishing on TUNECORE, bearing in mind TUNECORE charges $75 as a one-time fee for the setup of this. So once you've registered that, it's free on Kycker, it's paid on TUNECORE. Both take a 20% cut of any income that comes in. Whenever a song that you have gets streamed or gets bought or gets whatever, you as a songwriter are entitled to royalties for that, and TUNECORE and Kycker will get you those royalties. There are also live performance royalties, and live performance royalties work in if your songs that you have written are being performed live, you deserve money for that. So that works if you play your own songs live, but it also works if someone else plays your songs live. So if someone is covering your tracks, you actually deserve royalties for them performing it. These kind of royalties come through a PRO, which is a performing rights organisation. In the UK, that is the PRS. There's loads worldwide, and they are responsible for collecting those royalties. This is where the two things between Kycker and TUNECORE differ, because TUNECORE doesn't go through a PRO. They collect their royalties from the distribution site, so they don't need to go through a PRO. So they recommend that you also sign up to a PRO, Performing Rights Organization, separately so that you can collect all of your royalties. Kycker goes through a PRO, which means that you can actually get those royalties via Kycker. The same goes with radio broadcasts. If any song that you have written is on a radio broadcast, you deserve money for it. Goes through a PRO, so Kycker will collect it, TuneCore will not. The same goes for synchronization. If a song that you have written gets synchronized into anything, TV, film, advert, video game, the songwriter, you, from that track, deserves royalties from it. TuneCore do collect this, and Kycker do also collect this, generally because both offer synchronization opportunities, so they collect their own royalties because they don't have to go via anything else. So just to reiterate on publishing, TuneCore does some publishing and collection of royalties, and they charge $75 upfront and take a 20% cut of any income. Kycker collect all royalties for publishing and take a 20% cut, but no upfront fee. Next is YouTube copyright protection. So if you have tracks out there and someone downloads it and puts it into their own YouTube video, you should be earning money from that. You should be earning streams from that because people are in theory streaming your music. Stream tends to be if your music gets played for anything over 30 seconds, it classes as a stream, no matter what. To have your music protected on YouTube via TuneCore, they charge $10 and they take a 20% cut of any money that comes in through that service. On Kycker, it's just happens. By distributing your music through Kycker, it gets YouTube protected. It goes through the exact same system and it just happens. So again, 20% cut because Kycker takes a 20% cut on distribution. Both platforms offer knowledge to help you succeed as an artist. TuneCore has a blog where they've got loads of blog posts that they seem to update almost weekly with really helpful things to help you as an artist. Kycker is the exact same. They have a blog where they put up helpful things that will help you as an artist, but they also, inside of the platform, bearing in mind both the blogs are public, inside of the platform there's a know-how section where you will find videos with industry professionals, so that's people who work at PROs, people who accountants, music solicitors, people from the BBC, people who do gig organisations and conventions, and they're all just there to kind of give you the industry knowledge into each of those areas from the people who are professionals in those areas. It's worth saying that you unlock these videos as you go up their tier system, which I will mention in a little bit. The next point is CD duplication, and I just want to brush over this really quickly because TuneCore offers it, but TuneCore offers it on a different website. It's branded as TuneCore, but it's not actually on their official website, so I don't really want to talk about it that much. Also, their pricing for stuff isn't actually on the site. You need to get a quote. So I can't talk about this much, but TuneCore does offer CD duplication, just externally on a different website that is still their own, and Kycker doesn't offer it at all. Next is live opportunities. Now, TuneCore don't offer live opportunities whatsoever as far as we can tell. It's a distribution platform, really, so it's not something that they really do, whereas Kycker brands itself as an artist development platform, so Kycker does take its artists to festivals, to international showcases like South by Southwest and Zandari in South Korea. So the way that that kind of works is Kycker has a tier system. So as you do things on Kycker, as you get streams, as you get sales, as you watch videos, you gain points, and as you gain points, you go through their tier system. Now, as you go through the tiers, that would be white, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, you don't unlock features. Nothing's locked away from you on Kycker. You can do everything on Kycker from the beginning. But the only thing the tier system is used for is to kind of track progress. As an example, if Kycker were to do a festival lineup, they could say, okay, our headliner is going to be one of our platinum bands. The 2 supports below that are going to be 2 gold bands. The 3 below that are going to be silver bands, and the rest of the acts are going to be bronze and white artists. That could be the way that they do that. It's not set in stone as to how everything works with the tiers in regards to that, because it's not supposed to restrict it in any way. It's just supposed to be a bit of a measurement of progress. With that, as I said earlier, videos will unlock as you go through. So the videos from accountants that are saying how you should register your band as a business isn't unlocked right at the beginning, because for entry-level artists, that's not information that you necessarily need to know. Same goes with the live opportunities and other things that Kycker will do in the future. Next is mastering. I'm just going to brush over this. You can have your tracks mastered through TuneCore. Kycker doesn't currently have that as a thing, but it is something that's been looked into for the future. I will say with this though, just as I know this is supposed to be like a direct comparison between the two, but maybe do research into mastering engineers and find the one that's right for your band, because just kind of pumping it into anything to just hopefully get a good result isn't necessarily the best way of getting a good result. So to finish this, I've just got two like closing statements from each company, and I want to kind of say them and then talk about it a little bit, because I think both embody what it is that they stand for, and they stand for very different things, and really which one of those appeals to you the best is probably who you should go with. So TUNECORE's is, we don't believe you should be punished for being successful. That's why we never take a percentage of your sales and streaming revenue, no matter how much you earn. TUNECORE is big on letting you earn what you deserve, in theory. They don't take a cut because they don't do anything extra. With your success, they don't do anything if you're more successful or less successful. They just do a service, so they charge you for that service a set price, and whatever you earn from it is yours to keep, which is a fair enough kind of thing. It's, if you're earning loads of money, you deserve that money because they haven't done anything different, so you deserve that money. You also retain all of your rights, so you own all of your music that goes through TUNECORE. And from Kycker, this is what's featured on the website, and it is from the team member quote on the website. We love talent and we want to see it thrive, so we built Kycker to give artists the tools, knowledge and opportunities they need to grow their own career, DIY style. So Kicker's kind of thing is not necessarily just providing tools and leaving it to you, which is kind of what TUNECORE's saying. We do the thing and then you're as successful as you kind of want to be. Kicker's thing is kind of almost, let's take you on a journey, let's do this together and let's actually do well. So the idea of kind of earning as you earn, because if you sign up to Kycker and do nothing and earn nothing, Kycker hasn't exploited you for earning money. Neither of you have earned. Kycker hasn't earned anything, you as an artist hasn't earned. So it's in Kicker's best interest to have you gain as much money as possible and be as successful as possible, because it benefits both sides by taking that 20% cut. So really, when I step back and look at both companies, the way I kind of see it is TUNECORE, if you just want a tool for distributing and earning your money from publishing, TUNECORE is fantastic, because you just give them some money and then for the rest of time, if you like, you will just earn from that. The issue I have is they make you pay every single year for anything that you distribute, which I don't understand. I'm happy for someone to explain it to me, but there is no effort in keeping stuff up. It is literally just charging an artist every single year. Don't fully understand it myself, but that's there. If you're earning lots of money from your music, that is almost definitely the best option in terms of you will get more money. If you put music out and you're earning, say, 10 grand a year from your distribution, you will get more money using TUNECORE than you will through Kycker. However, the idea behind Kycker is that you will earn more money on the whole by using Kycker, because the team and the opportunities there are there to get you further than you can on your own, to give you the tools and the knowledge and the opportunities that you couldn't, in theory, get on your own. The idea behind Kycker is to break down kind of the barrier between label artists and DIY artists, because DIY artists don't get the same kind of tools and expertise that label artists do, and that's why Kycker was made. The teams behind these and kind of the companies themselves are in very different positions. TUNECORE is quite a big company, it's got lots of employees, and it's been going for quite a while. So kind of what you expect from TUNECORE is reliable, but you know what you're expecting, kind of thing. Kycker is very new, it's almost in its infancy, it's 6 months old, maybe 7, and the team is a small team. If you want to go and have a cup of tea at Kycker, you can do so. There's an open invitation to go and do whatever, go meet the team, whatever. But the kind of the mentality behind both is a little bit different, because obviously TUNECORE, you know, you get in, everything's cool. Kycker, really kind of baby. So everything that's been added over the past few months to Kycker is going to keep kind of, there's going to be more stuff. It's going to keep building and building and building, and it's growing at a rate that TUNECORE definitely isn't, in terms of features and things that you can do. I don't want to give you a definitive, oh, this one's better because of thing, because that's not what this video is about. It's sort of, you make your own decision whether or not you want to go with TUNECORE, whether or not you want to go with Kycker. There are other options out there if you want to go and explore those too. Again, the biases of this video, we have an obvious affiliation with Kycker, and in the description you will find a link and a code. If you use that code, you will get some free points when you sign up. And TUNECORE, we have a link in the description. If you click on that link, any purchase that you make via that link, you will get 20% off. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this didn't seem like we're just rubbing up companies and trying to just please both, because we want to kind of criticize both at the same time as well. So I hope that you kind of understood that. And this is our first ever proper sponsored video, so that's kind of cool. I expect more with Oreo, like proper bumming offers, and
Why Oreo?
because Oreo had a really big thing a few years ago that was like a bit of a scandal. I'll explain it to you later. Cool, thank you very much for watching this video. Go check out both companies. Do more research than just this video. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week.